How are you today? Welcome to the Table Talk pod with Bob Colbert podcast. I'm Bob Colbert, your host. Today we got an exciting podcast. What you're looking at is the future, pulling the future. So this is the Cybertruck that's pulling the Raptor. Not sure if it's the ground engine or the orbital engine. I think it's orbital. But yeah, pulling the future Starship engine. So the future is pulling the future. So why are we covering the Cybertruck? Because it held its first delivery event for the Cybertruck this weekend. Isn't that exciting? So at the Gigafactory in Austin, Texas, of course, the SpaceX facility for the Starship is in Boca Chica, Texas, near the Mexican border, down in the south area on the Gulf Coast. So yeah, so this is very exciting. So I wanted to go ahead and go on to the event. The video's a little long, so just hang in there. It's real exciting. So I'll catch you on the other side, and we'll talk more about the capabilities of the Cybertruck.
Don't buy another.
Sorry. Trying to run through the commercial areas. Very exciting. I'm looking forward to getting a Cybertruck in the future. As I understand, it's about $60,000 for the rear wheel version. This video's credit Tesla. It was part of their delivery event opener. I think the look that you're seeing that's red is kind of indicative of it being on Mars. Yeah, they're planning to carry this Cybertruck to Mars for use on Mars colonization. Let me get out of the way a little bit.
Very rare that a product comes along that is seemingly impossible, that people said was impossible, that experts said was impossible. And this is one of those times. We have a car here that experts said was impossible, that experts said would never be made. That it really is the most. I think it's our best product. I think it's the most unique thing on the road. And finally, the future will look like the future. So what we're aiming for here is something that's more truck than truck, while also being a better sports car than a sports car in the same package. You know, trucks are tough. That's one of the defining characteristics of a truck. So how tough is this truck? Yeah, so in movies, you sometimes see the hero or heroine hiding behind the car door while being shot with bullets. That doesn't actually work unless you're driving a Cybertruck. So if Al Capone showed up with a Tommy gun and emptied the entire magazine into the car door, you would still be alive. So, and so people say like, well, why'd you make it bulletproof? I'm like, why not? How tough is your truck? It's the first time that a car is moving to a 48-volt low voltage architecture from 12 volts, which has been around for 100 years. We have Ethernet comms, distributed controllers, allows for 70% less wire in the car, and it's really the internals are as advanced as the externals. It's a whole new step change in the technology. So let's take it to the racetrack and see how does the Cybertruck perform against a Porsche 911. But wait, there's more. It can tow a Porsche 911 across a quarter mile faster than the Porsche 911 can go by itself. There's something in the truck world called a truck pull. This is really the key test of how much power does your truck actually have. So you have to pull this 40,000-pound sled. And when we went to the track, we said, well, what's the best that you've seen? I said, well, it'd be the Ford F-350 diesel. It was like, well, let's put our truck up against that. The guy who runs the truck pool said, there's no way. There's no way. It's like, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Hyundai certified used vehicles have been named the best certified pre-owned program by IntelliChoice. Talk about a smart choice. And right now, get 4.99% APR financing on select models. It's your journey.
I'm not able to restart it. It'd start back at the beginning, so...
A little-known rogue doctor walked into a top US hospital with this common pantry food, prepared it and gave it to the overweight patients. And in record time, many of them had dropped an average of 29.4 off the scale, supporting healthy sugar levels and blood pressure. How the doctor's unusual method works is nothing short of incredible, and it has changed everything we thought we knew about weight loss. The craziest part, you can do this method for yourself in less than 30 seconds a day, with one simple pantry food. A handful of lucky individuals who got a sneak peek at this method couldn't believe their eyes. They were shocked when after just 2 weeks they had to hit the brakes because their metabolism was soaring off the charts. A few even complained they might have overdone it, getting so slim they were slipping out of their clothes. Imagine what it would be like to enjoy your favorite foods without the guilt, having soaring energy and a youthful glow. Now is your moment, but don't hesitate because no less than 9 industry moguls are working to cover this up, to keep their pockets lined by keeping you in an endless loop of dieting and fitness programs that never seem to really work. So get in while you can. Tap the screen now where a powerful presentation awaits. I'll see you on the inside.
I sure hope it goes. Yes. Sure.
We actually had to slightly turn the car at the end so it didn't hit the wall. So this, you have here a car that is built bullet tough, like that phrase, TM, and can outpull an F-350 diesel. Has a massive towing capacity, massive bed. It's basically an incredibly useful truck. It's not just some grandstanding showpiece like me. It's actually very useful. It has an adaptive air suspension, so no matter what the load is, you can always have it can set the ride height at low, high, anything. It'll automatically adjust the damping according to how much load it's carrying and the road conditions. It has a 17-inch ground clearance. That's a true 17 inches. Typically with a truck, you'll get the differential hanging down low, the rear differential, and that's what you'll high side on a rock. But this has a completely flat bed, so you could drive over basically anything. We actually took the Cybertruck on a Baja rally drive. So this is insane off-road capability. And deliveries begin now. Thank you. These are the actual owners. We're handing over production Cybertrucks to their actual owners. Thank you for buying Cybertruck. Thank you. Well, as you can see, we've got quite a few to deliver here. So. All right, thanks everyone for coming to this delivery event.
Unleashed.
All righty, wasn't that exciting? Yes. Elon Musk, what a character. He can be quite funny. I have great respect for him. He is building the future. It's amazing what he's doing. Of course, I'm interested mainly in the Starship, being an aerospace engineer. So I have more interest, I guess, in that arena. But the Cybertruck is definitely very good, high technology, forefront, futuristic. It's amazing. So let's talk a little bit more about the Cybertruck. I'll be reading off the Wikipedia site. If you wanted to join me, just go to the Wikipedia Tesla Cybertruck. So the Tesla Cybertruck is a battery electric full-size pickup truck built by Tesla Incorporated. First announced in November 2019. Deliveries actually started on November 30, 2023, after being pushed back multiple times from 2021, 2022, and earlier in 2023. Three models offered for the Cybertruck are called Cyber Beast. They are the all-wheel drive, the rear-wheel drive, and with EPA range. And the EPA range is estimated to be 250 to 340 miles, or 400 to 550 kilometers, depending on the model. Its history: Between the years 2012 and 2013, Elon Musk discussed the desire to build a truck with a self-leveling suspension. And if you remember, he said it has clearance, full clearance. And remember, the hole underneath the Cybertruck is flat. Okay, so there's no differential in the way that's hanging lower. So it's a 17-inch true full clearance. That's amazing. So he discussed his desire to build a truck with a self-leveling suspension, making comparisons with the Ford F-250. In early 2014, Musk predicted 4 to 5 years before work could start on the product itself. In mid-2016, Musk outlined the intent for a new kind of customer pickup truck and suggested using the same chassis for a van and a pickup truck. In late 2017, the size was estimated to be at least that of the size of Ford F-150 to be large enough to enable a game-changing feature. During the Tesla Semi and Tesla Roadster unveiling in November 2017, a picture of a pickup truck that carried a pickup truck was displayed. Background ideas had been in preparation for nearly 5 years prior. In late 2018, Musk anticipated a prototype of the Cybertruck to be ready to show in the year 2019. In March 2019, following the launch of the Tesla Model Y, Musk distributed a teaser image of a vehicle described as a cyberpunk or Blade Runner style, with the form resembling a futuristic armored personnel carrier. It was rumored to be named the Model B. On November 6, 2019, Tesla filed for a trademark on Cybertruck, which was granted by the United States Patent and Trademark Office, but was later abandoned on August the 10th, 2020. Unveiling. In response to queries for an unveiling date, Musk stated in late July 2019, "We're very close, but the magic is in the final details, maybe 2 to 3 more months," indicating late 2019. The unveiling was then scheduled for November 21st, 2019 at the Tesla Design Studio, which is next to the SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, Los Angeles. The same month, year, and location that the movie Blade Runner was set. I think that was 2049 or 20. The truck was launched under a graffiti-themed logo of Cybertruck, and a new trademark request was filed with the graffiti located at the same time. The concept Tesla Cybertruck was unveiled at the Tesla Design Studio in Los Angeles on November 21st, 2019. During that unveiling, Tesla claimed that the Cybertruck's armored glass windows were virtually unbreakable, but 2 windows shattered when Franz von Holsten threw a metal ball at each of them. Musk jokingly exclaimed that the ball didn't make it through and will fix it in post. He later claimed that the windows were damaged because in an earlier demonstration, the door was hit by a sledgehammer that cracked the base of the glass. The 2019 prototype was equipped with a dual motor powertrain. The stated goal of Tesla in developing the Cybertruck is to provide sustainable energy substitute for the roughly 6,500 fossil fuel powered trucks that are sold per day in the United States. At the end of that presentation, the Tesla Cyber Squad, an all-terrain Tesla's Cyberquad, an all-terrain vehicle ATV, was driven onto the bed of the Cybertruck using built-in ramps in the tailgate. The Cyberquad was plugged into the Cybertruck's onboard power outlet to charge the Cyberquad's batteries. The ATV will be available for sale as an optional package with the Cybertruck. Many of the social media commentators dislike the sharp contours and unusual features. Tesla's stock declined 6% following that announcement. The prototype was exhibited at the Peterson Automotive Museum for 1 week during June 2020 and returned to Peterson in November 2022 for a Tesla exposition. Beginning in November 2019, Tesla accepted Cybertruck reservations with a $100 deposit and initially offered a full self-driving option for $7,000. On November 23, 2019, Musk tweeted that Tesla had received 146,000 reservations in the first 1.5 days after the unveiling, each requiring a $100 refundable deposit, with 42% choosing the dual motor configuration, 41% chose the tri-motor configuration, and 17% chose the single motor configuration. Musk updated the number of pre-orders to a reported 250,000 on November 26. I don't know if that was 2019. I think it was. In January 2020, Automotive Magazine named Cybertruck the concept car of the year for 2019. The price of the full self-driving option increased to $8,000 that July, and then $10,000 in October. In October 2021, Tesla removed the Cybertruck's pricing and specifications from its website without explanation, while still accepting the deposits. An updated prototype was spotted while undergoing internal testing on the Tesla test track in December of 2021. The newer prototype could be distinguished from the original 2019 version by the presence of a large windshield wiper and the omission of the truck's front light bar. At the 22 annual shareholders meeting, in response to a question, Elon Musk stated that final specifications and pricing will be materially different from those unveiled on the concept vehicle back in 2019. In December 2023, the pricing of the Cybertruck was determined as starting at $60,990 for the rear-wheel drive model, which would be available in 2025. The all-wheel drive version and the high-performance variant Cyberbeast are to be sold for an estimated $80,000 to $100,000 and be available in 2024. More than 1 million reservations have been made using the $100 deposits method. Pilot production, Franz von Holzen drove a pre-production prototype to the Peterson Automotive Museum for an event in late June 2023. In July 2023, the first Cybertruck was built on the production line at the Gigafactory, Texas, in Austin, Texas. And Tesla clarified in October that this was a pilot production, with delivery slated to begin in late November 2023, which did occur November 30. Musk clarified on the July stock earnings call, that it and other early prototype production examples were just released candidates, borrowing a software testing term, or a beta version, which are used for testing and certification of the vehicle. Some of the prototype units were marked with a prominent RC lettering. Production specification Cybertrucks were sent to Tesla showrooms starting in late November 2023. The fit and finish of the display vehicles were improved compared to a prototype shown earlier in 2023. During a celebratory event at the Gigafactory, Texas, on November 30, 2023, Tesla delivered the first 10 production versions units of the Cybertruck. This event showcased the vehicle's availability in 3 trim lines: the single motor, the rear-wheel drive model available in 2025, and the dual motor all-wheel drive variant, and the triple motor all-wheel drive called Cyberbeast. Both are available in 2024. The event featured a 30-minute presentation, including a demonstration where the Cybertruck's armored glass successfully withstood a baseball thrown by, again, Franz von Holzen, not a metal ball this time, contrasting with the 2019 event in which he threw a steel ball at the car and the glass had shattered. All right, the design styling. According to Musk, the design of the Cybertruck was inspired by the Blade Runner movie and Wet Nelly, the Lotus Esprit, driven by James Bond in The Spy Who Loved Me, which doubled as a submarine. In June 2019, Musk noted that an amphibious vehicle design concept was still possible. Musk had bought a Wet Nelly used in the filming at a 2013 Sotheby's auction. Sid Mead, the artistic director of Blade Runner, called the Cybertruck stylistically breathtaking shortly after its unveiling. Frank Stevenson was critical, calling the design almost repulsive, but tempered his criticism by noting it has the potential to be extremely beautiful by softening the hard lines. Automotive designer Adrian Clark was more unsparing. The Cybertruck is a low-polygon joke that only exists in the fever dreams of Tesla fans, that stands high on the smell of Elon Musk's flatulences. That's tough. Giugiaro, credited with originating the origami car design trend with the Lotus Esprit, BMW M1, and the DMC DeLorean, stated in 2023 that when you step outside the norms, it's almost always seen as a provocation. The Cybertruck will surely be successful. I'm convinced it will find its admirers. Journalist Paul Niedermeyer said he was blown away comparing the design to Giugiaro's Maserati Boomerang, as never has anyone put something so uncompromising into production, adding that in a world of lookalike cars, Cybertruck was a welcome addition. All right. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and bring the podcast to a close today. You have a great Saturday. We got a lot of Saturday softball conference championship games going, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast. See you next Saturday, y'all.